Hello there, Cancer. How are you? It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I am doing a special reading. This is good for the next 3 months. This reading, the intention is to start it with April 12th, which is when we have the very special planetary conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, and that only occurs once every 166 years. So it is truly a once in a lifetime reading. And this will be good April, May, June until June 21st when we have the summer solstice or the winter solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere. So we'll take a look at the energies in each of these 3 months with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. All those things help to get my message out to more people, and I really am so grateful for your support of my channel. And because this is such a once-in-a-lifetime event, I am also offering a drawing. I'm going to have a drawing for a free personal reading, and I'll have more information about that at the end of this video. Okay, so let's get into your reading. I'm kind of trying to lay these cards out to save us some time. So we're going to take a look at the overall energies and any obstacles that you might have on your path as we transverse through these next 3 months. This is really kind of a pivotal time, taking a look at why we are here and, our purpose and how we can bring more material goods, abundance, joy, happiness into our life. So let's see what we have here. All right, so your overall energy is the sandpiper spirit. This is the energy, Cancer, of being playful, and you are such a playful sign. And this goes into your birthday month. So it's kind of like this interesting energy of being playful, and maybe not taking life so seriously. And we've had that very serious type of energy in our astrology lately, but we are kind of coming into with this planet conjunction in Pisces. It's more of a dreamy type of energy. And what do you need to release? Waning moon. Now, Cancer, you've been working on that energy for some time, but you're going to have victory in it. It's kind of as soon as you start releasing some of that energy, people, places, situations in your life that really have kind of met their expiration date, then you kind of come into this more playful, light type of energy. So let's take a look at what we have in April for you. We have Snake Spirit, time to heal, and don't let your past hold you back. That's your South Node. For some of you, you may want to actually look up your South Node if you don't already know what your South Node is. Those are the characteristics that you kind of bring in from past life connections. And so those are the things that you have kind of like already mastered. And so you're stepping into your North Node. Those are the lessons that you're here to learn. But there's, a sense of really putting this past down. What do you need to release? You've been working on that. I know that from your readings for about the last 4 to 6 months. But putting it down and healing from it. Sometimes we have to release it, but then, we can release it physically, but then there's that sense of having to release it emotionally also. And I feel like that's what you're working on, understanding that, okay, that experience, as painful as it was, had to be in my life for some reason. But I've learned those lessons. I have that wisdom. And now I'm moving forward in a much more playful type of spirit. I love that. So your tarot is the Nine of Pentacles. This is your energy from about mid-April to mid-May. A sense of freedom, releasing those things and finally stepping into this energy of not only being free from them, but also being happy about your life now that they are gone. You've kind of gone through that grief process. You've left them physically, you've left them emotionally, and now you're kind of embracing this energy of, yes, I have my freedom, my independence. This could be in your career, It could be in your financial sector as far as letting burdens drop, that, financial burdens, letting go of them. And it could also be in relationships, just this sense of being free. The Nine of Pentacles is a lovely energy because it's kind of like, single but mingling. So, if you find yourself single now, it's kind of like embracing that, understanding that you can create the life that you really want for yourself. For some of you, you could have left a career, or you could have left a job, and now you're kind of like embracing this new phase in your life. The obstacle that you have is the Queen of Swords, seeing exactly clearly where you are going in the future. So there's this sense of, yes, I've released something from the past. I'm ready to embrace a new beginning, and yet I don't know what it is. And sometimes that's difficult. That's why, it's understanding that sometimes it takes time to heal, but it's also about not going back to the past just because it's something that right? We do that sometimes when, you return to a job that you've already left, or you return to a relationship that is not really good for you. Sometimes that's because nothing new has yet come in. So you're kind of like, okay, I don't know what direction I'm going in. I at least know what that's about. So I'll go back to the past. This is about getting the clarity you want, that you need about moving forward. You see the Queen of Swords? She has that telescope. She is focusing on the future. She does not even have one eye in the rear view mirror. She is just looking forward. They're giving me that movie, I think it's Hope Floats with Sandra Bullock in it. I think that's the movie. And she, her husband has cheated on her. She has her daughter that's like 6 in the car. They're driving away from their home, and her daughter, turns around in her seat to look at the house, that they're leaving. And her mom, Sandra Bullock, says, don't ever look back. It's really good advice, right? When you make that choice to go forward in a new direction, it's about not looking back. You want to take time to heal. You want to take time to learn the lessons. But there's also this sense of the Queen of Swords. No, look out the front window of the car and stay focused on where you are going. Don't allow yourself to slip into the past. So let's go ahead and clarify this and see what other information we can get about this. Oh, yes. Okay, really nice. 7 of Wands, getting over this, past situation. Okay, now Cancer, this month is really big for you. You have 3 major arcana coming out to clarify this 9 of Pentacles. It is about understanding that you have the strength to leave attachments behind. The devil represents attachments that we have to either people, situations, belief systems in the past. It can also be about, bad habits that we have, or, addictions, ways that we waste time, games that we play with ourselves, about why we can't move forward or what we're waiting on. It's understanding that you have the strength to leave that behind. Attachments are there because it's kind of our fear, our ego holding us back from where it is that we want to go. And really, April into May is about finding that clarity and having the strength to move forward. Because look at this, you have the Wheel of Fortune, especially I get a good sense of career and finance here, coming through, like you have the blessings coming your way when you allow yourself to release yourself from things that are no longer good for you. So that is really a beautiful message for April into May about being a little bit more playful, with your life, and yet at the same time getting really focused on, where it is that you want to go. Now, the wonderful thing is that we have a full moon in Libra coming up, and I'm thinking that's got to be around the 16th, April 16th. So in that full moon in Libra, it's about bringing our life back into balance, finding that clarity about how to move forward and balancing out some of these emotions that may have been holding you back and not allowing you to move forward. So let's see what May has for you. We have Otter Spirit. You are never alone. And you have step out of your comfort zone. This is the North Node, and you have the South Node in April. It's really about leaving the past behind and stepping into something that may not feel that comfortable, but that is going to open you up. And that is what this Jupiter-Neptune conjunction is all about. It's about opening ourselves up to bigger possibilities, understanding that we can really create the life that we want if we allow ourselves to dream, to get out of our comfort zone, to go into areas that maybe in the past we didn't allow ourselves to go. We have the Page of Cups here. This is a message of love that you are giving yourself and also to the universe. It is about forgiveness. It's about compassion. It's about stepping into this energy of seeing the good in everything. The good in experiences in the past that were painful, the good in the people that are in your life, the good in yourself. Because Cancer, there's this energy here of, sometimes we're so quick and it's so easy to forgive and have compassion for others. But sometimes it's really hard to have those characteristics for ourselves. Taking a look at some of those things, choices that you made in the past, habits that you held on to too long, belief systems that you held on to too long, that you are now letting go of and not having any kind of feelings of, oh, why didn't I do this earlier, right? I mean, sometimes we have that, but it's kind of like, okay, I'm not going to worry about that I spent way too much time in that career, in that job, in that relationship, believing those certain things about myself or about others. I'm going to embrace this brand new way of thinking, and I'm going to step into this energy of seeing the good in myself and in all of those that are around us. It's kind of this energy of being truly grateful, of understanding. I love this because I really feel in April you are cleansing out that old energy, and in May, mid-May to mid-June, that type of energy, you are really kind of stepping into this, just embracing life, feeling more playful about life, Eight of Swords, this is, your obstacle. Allowing yourself, giving yourself the grace, the compassion, the love to allow your doubts about yourself, your doubts about your life, your doubts about your relationships, your belief systems, about how long it's taken you to get to this point, right? It's allowing yourself to get out of that and just to embrace the new. This is one of my favorite cards because the Eight of Swords is all about how our own self-doubt holds us back. And if you look at the angel is in the cage, right? The angel has put themselves in the cage with their own thinking patterns, their own things that have held them back, their belief systems, their bad habits, their addictions, their toxic patterns of behavior in relationships, has put them in the cage. But what the angel doesn't realize is that the cage top is actually open. The angel only has to stand up to step out of this cage and step into a bright new world. And that's what the Eight of Swords is about. It's about taking a look at what is holding me back and getting really kind of like, okay, that's it. I'm putting that down because I'm ready to move forward. Look at the strength card here, right? She is walking. She is not just sitting there petting the lion, right? She's kind of like, come on, we're going forward. Almost as if you have a relationship with yourself and your own strength, the own lion that you have within yourself, and saying, okay, I am stepping out of this cage. I am embracing who I am, and I am going forward. It's a really lovely, lovely energy, because I feel as if you are finally putting down what it is that you need to release, and you're stepping into this energy of victory, of yes, I am moving forward. So let's clarify this to get a little bit more details. Yes, King of Pentacles. To me, this really is kind of like career and money related. But I think for a lot of you, it is this sense of you have been holding yourself back with the Four of Pentacles, allowing your fear, maybe your fear of losing money. Almost this is the miser card, kind of, really holding yourself back. The Seven of Wands, having to defend yourself. For some of you, if you've been coming out of a relationship, you may have had to financially fight for yourself, or fight for what is your, just rewards. There's a sense of getting on top of your finances and not feeling as if money is so tight. And then the Knight of Swords, having this determination to pull yourself out of this self-doubt, out of this self-imposed cage of loving yourself, of loving your life, and then moving forward very quickly. So let's see what June has on the horizon for you. So you have, as your animal spirit, the lizard spirit, dream the world into being. That is exactly what this period of time is all about. It's about dreaming really big. And it's about having the courage. To me, this card always reminds me of the Two of Wands. You see how there's like two stalks here, and the lizard is kind of like clinging a little bit to both. In June, I feel like you're making a definitive decision about the path that you want to go on. You've been toying with ideas. You've been allowing yourself to release people, places, situations, beliefs, bad habits. You've been releasing that. That does take time. You're gathering your courage to be compassionate to yourself, to maybe not expect quite as much out of yourself, so that you can be more playful. If you think about it, if you go into any like preschool or kindergarten class, the students are just like playing with the paints, playing with the sand, playing with water, playing with clay, right? They're creating. There's no judgment on their creation. And I feel as if in May, you're coming into that energy of not necessarily judging yourself based on how much money it creates or anything. It's kind of coming back more into your heart space and just embracing, being more playful with what you are doing, the people that you are with your own life. And then that allows you to step into this energy of choosing how you want to move forward. I almost feel like in May, you may be playing with a lot of different ideas, just creating, just kind of getting back into your inner child. And then we have you and your loved ones are safe. This is the new moon in Cancer. So this is your energy. It's stepping into, okay, I know I'm safe. I know that my angels, my spirit guides, my intuition, the universe is backing me, right? That my loved ones will back me. And I can choose what it is that I want to step into, the world that I want to create, because here is your energy in June. It's the World card. It's truly stepping into a new chapter, leaving behind all the dark clouds in the past, seeing the silver lining for all of the things that have been painful on your path. And yet you're you're understanding, oh my gosh, I learned so much about myself, about the world, about what it is that I want to create, about where I want to go in the future because of those experiences. You know, taking that pain and now kind of like creating this new world for yourself. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, the Chariot, there's your energy. We start off with the Moon card, putting down, you know, and this is also your energy, putting down the burdens of your fears. The Moon represents all of our subconscious fears, of understanding that when I put the fear to the side, I acknowledge the fear, say thank you, ego, for trying to keep me safe, but I'm going to drop those burdens so that I can move forward. And here is the Three of Pentacles. Not only working with other people, but also working with Spirit to help create this new world that you are trying to bring in for yourself. And moving forward with great progress and great victory. Because look at, we have the Chariot card and the Six of Wands. You know, a sense of really embracing everything that is on your path. Really lovely energy. So let's see what your soul truth card is. All right, what expectations do I have that are impossible to me? Okay, that's coming directly back to this Devil card. You know, what is it that you are expecting out of other people, yourself, situations, the universe? What are you expecting? And you're kind of like holding on to that expectation, like you're kind of thinking it has to come in a certain way. And if it doesn't come in that way, then you don't want it. Well, it's about recognizing that all of our prayers are answered when we surrender to the journey and we allow the universe to provide for us in the best way that the universe knows is good for us. And it's kind of difficult sometimes to step into that energy, but that's exactly what you're being asked to do. The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. And I really love that because I feel like the Six of Wands is letting you know that you're going to be victorious. It's about kind of letting go of the expectation of how it will show up, you know? And you see it all the time where once people give up the expectation of how it's going to arrive, it shows up in very mysterious ways. So, you know, even if you put something out into the world and you want to make money doing it, creating something and, you know, making money doing it, the money may not come through that one creation that you are creating. It may come from different avenues, but the universe will always provide if you are trying to create out of love for not only yourself, but for the collective. Really nice. A flow, riches flow into my life in many ways and many directions. See what I'm saying? Like, your prayers are going to be answered. They may not be answered exactly the way that you think you want them to be answered. But what you're learning through this process is that your prayers will be answered. It's just that they may be answered in somewhat of a different way. Okay, so let's pull an angel message card to finish out your reading. Guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you've failed to do. That's part of this devil energy, right? Is, you know, putting down your guilt and giving yourself compassion, right? And love and forgiveness that you might so easily give to somebody else. Also giving it to yourself, allowing yourself that kindness of, you know, you did the best you could at that time. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. And Cancer, that's a really valuable lesson. to allow yourself grace, to allow yourself that own forgiveness that you may so easily give to somebody else. Well, I'm going to leave your reading there. If you are interested in participating or having your name put into the drawing for a free personal reading, all you have to do is comment down below, and in your comment puts love and light somehow in your comment, and that will get your name put into the drawing for a free personal reading. And I will announce the winner on Saturday, April 16th. That is the date that we'll have the full moon in Libra. So I will announce the winner then. And Cancer, I do wish you so much love and light in this situation, in all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.